Alright, this is probably going to be a pretty quick video. I just want to make one, talk about Marksman Hunter and how their mastery works and all that. Wanted to make it because I feel like Marksman Hunter is one of the most popular specs right now, and I feel like the mastery is probably misunderstood or ignored, possibly. Um, the way your mastery works is when you stand still for 3 seconds, you gain this permanent buff called Sniper Training, which increase your damage dealt, your critical strike damage, and your range by whatever percent. The percent is determined by your mastery. But you gain that permanent buff, but then the moment you move, you only retain that buff for 6 seconds until you stop moving for another 3, and then it becomes permanent again. So, in order to fully benefit from that for long durations of fights, you really need to be able to move and stop. If like you want to stand still optimally, but if you have to move, you want to be able to make that movement within the 3 seconds. Because yes, the buff lasts for 6, but you then need to re-stand. Like you need to readjust yourself for a full 3 seconds again to make it a permanent buff again. So that really does give you like a 3 second window, give or take, like probably a few points of a second less. Um, Most fights I've seen so far, I think it's possible. Um, Throughout high mod, I would say Tectis, you very often will probably drop the buff, especially if you're getting Barrage, and Bracken Spore. If you're on Flamethrowers, you're probably going to lose the buff. Um, Other than that, I don't think there's much. Like Kargath, as long as you're positioning yourself correctly, you should be fine. Butcher, there's no like large movements necessary. Um, So yeah, there's the buff last 6 seconds. Once you stop moving, you get recently moved, and then as long as you stand for the 3 seconds, it goes away and you get the permanent buff back. Um, I'm also going to suggest an add-on for this. It's called WeakAuras. You can much more easily like manage certain buffs, cooldowns, and everything like that. Like you can display them better for you. If you notice, I have these right here in the middle of my screen, rather like in big icons rather than up at the top of my screen. I don't want to be always moving my eyes up there. So if you get WeakAuras, it's pretty easy to set up. I might make a short video for that actually, for this specifically, maybe some other hunter things. But I would say get WeakAuras or use it if you already know what it is, because you can much more easily track your sniper training and know where, like, how much time you have on your buffs. Um, right now, I'm just gonna quickly show you like kind of how you wanna be moving to try and maintain your buffs. Let's see, I'm gonna wait till this starts. So now I have the permanent buff, and I'm gonna pull this guy. The other thing I would suggest is start getting used to using disengage to move a lot, because like that saves you a lot of time you would normally spend running, and so you can use that to get much more, like, you don't have to move nearly as much. I'm gonna lose the buff here because I don't want to get hit. That's like my goal, and I didn't get far enough away. So you see, like every like 3, once that's like about to hit 3, you want to stop. If you get really comfortable with it, like I kind of just did right there, you can notice that like once that the recently moved buff is about to end. See, I just fucked up again, but it's dead. Once you see the recently moved buff is like just about to drop, you can get ready to move or possibly even start moving. 'Cause like once you're comfortable with it and you can like really see how it's working, you'll like you can actually get a feel for it. Um, that's about it. Like I hope this helped, and I hope you understand the mastery a little bit better. Might make a different video for WeakAuras if you need it and if you want it. I really do suggest it. I think it makes it much more easier for seeing it because a lot of times if your buffs are in the top right or top left, like you're gonna probably miss how much time you have left or like underuse it honestly. And the other thing I want to say is mastery is not high on a hunter's priority. Like I only have 5%, almost 6%. Crit is still your highest priority. Like so it's not like it's going to be a huge difference. But when you're trying to like min max and you're trying to get the most out of your damage and everything, like you're gonna have a little bit more than this. I'm probably gonna have like 8 to 10% in a raid from buffs, and like 10% more damage. Like that is a lot. Like while mastery is not my highest thing, I can't just ignore the fact that I have my mastery. I have to actually like pay attention to it and use it. Like it does help you in raids. It does a lot. And think some people might think it's useless and because it's not their priority, but you should really pay attention to it. So, thanks for watching. Hope this helped. Thank you.